from scorpion to eagle to phoenix. The holidays are over, the dinners are done, the visits have ended, the house is quiet again, and yet your body still feels heavy. There's a lump in your throat. You feel numb, exhausted, maybe even violated, even though no argument happened, no confrontation, no blow up. If that's you, this episode is for you. Welcome back. Happy New Year, and welcome back to Suit and Boot, standing up in truth and transformation and breaking out of trauma. This is a space where we talk about what happens to the body when trauma happens, not just what it looks like on the outside, but what it looks like on deep on the inside. Now, let us set up a familiar scene, okay? Now, it was the holidays recently. You go to the family dinner anyways, even though somewhere in your body you already know something isn't right. You've heard things, you've sensed things, you've noticed shifts in tone, energy, loyalty. Maybe someone spoke about you instead of to you. Maybe you felt disgust. Maybe you felt managed, but you still go to the family gathering. You still go to the get together. You tell yourself, it's the holidays. I don't want drama. I can handle it. I'll just get through it. So you show up, you smile, you participate, you stay polite, you stay regulated, and nothing happens. But your body's feeling it. Then it's over, and suddenly your body collapses. You feel numb, emotionally flat, drained beyond reason. There's a heaviness in your chest, a tightness in your throat. You might feel grief without a story, anger without a target, sadness without permission. And you can't explain it because nothing bad happened. And now this is where people start to doubt themselves and kind of feel like they're going crazy, right? But your body is responding to something real. Your body knows what's happening. It's feeling it, and you cannot ignore what your body is feeling. We have to pay attention to that. Now, here's what our nervous system is noticing, all right? It noticed, number one, emotional dishonesty, right? Then it picked up on unspoken tension. It noticed the misalignment, third, and it noticed that you had to override yourself to stay included. Now your body noticed these four things. You stayed silent, you swallowed words, you softened your edges, but your body experienced that as a boundary breach. Now, a violation does not require yelling. Violation happens when your truth has nowhere to go. When you're stuck, it's like you're in a box and it's closed and you're stifling and you're trying to yell out and your truth has nowhere to go. Before the holidays, you brace yourself. You anticipated, you prepared emotionally. Now, during the holidays, your system stayed alert. You tracked faces, you tracked tones, you stayed composed, you stayed hyper vigilant. And then after the holidays, your system finally released. This is why the crash comes later. Now, if you're healing, don't think of this crash in your body as a regression because it's not. This is what is called delayed processing. And so you're processing, everything behind time because within the trauma, you're not understanding what's going on. Your body can process it. Your mind can process it, right? So in many families, one person carries the emotional weight, the one who notices, the one who feels, the one who disrupts by existing differently. You don't have to name it. Your body already knows the role because it was built in this role. It was designed. You were conditioned. Your body was conditioned to feel this. So when you sit at the table, you feel it. When you leave, you feel it even more and you just don't even know what's going on. Maybe you feel like you want to cry. Maybe you feel like you want to scream. Maybe you feel like something like a fire is building up in it. And it gets even worse because if you're in a relationship, that doesn't stay contained. Because what you might do with your partner, you're going to probably pull away. You're going to feel irritable. You go quiet and you need space, but not know how to ask that you need space. Your partner is confused, right? They feel shut out because they don't know what's happening. They don't know that you're being triggered, that your family generational trauma cycle is coming back because it isn't about them. This is your nervous system recalibrating. Sometimes the safest place to release is near someone who feels safer. And if you don't have a safe partner, I mean, it gets even worse because you maintain that anger and you probably lash out even more. But once you're integrating mentally and psychologically in your healing, there's no confrontation in integration. Integration is not forcing clarity. Integration is letting your body finish what it started. And let me just kind of break it down and slowly. It looks like slowing down, naming sensations, honoring exhaustions, and just letting your emotions move and just be yourself. Just let it all down. Your body doesn't need answers yet. It just needs acknowledgement that pain is going through it and it needs to know that, it's going to be healed. Now, what I've done and what my way of doing it is I've journaled and I've let out and I've written what. And this is where writing becomes my medicine, right? And this writing is not to analyze my feelings or, not to accuse, but it's just to release what my body was holding. And so when I write, what do I write in my journal? What did my body feel? What did I swallow? What feels unfinished? What do I need now? Writing gives your nervous place a nervous system, a place to land, a place to put what you've been holding. And that's part of the reason I created SUITT BOOT, the journal. It's like a bridge between surviving and integrating, right? Because you need somewhere to put those feelings to, put those out. And so I have my SUITT BOOT healing journal. You can see it. I've written in there, and if you're, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means that you're noticing, if you're doing this and you're writing and your body is healing, you're not weak. You're noticing. You're not here to carry what wasn't yours. You are here to integrate your truth safely, right? And you're here to release that tension, that stress from your body and your awareness. So there's a place that you need to release. And I remember when I was going through my worst time in like about 2023, some of the things that I did for my healing, part of it was writing in a journal. And I got this composition book and I just wrote in it and I just wrote. And then other days, every weekend, I would go to the beach and take walks on the beach. And I would just walk and just take a long walk and I would listen to books or I'd listen to music. That was like my therapy. And then I took up golfing. That was another way that I used to heal. So there are other ways. There are many ways to heal, many ways to regulate your nervous system and, just help your body get aligned and integrate and break out of that trauma, break free from trauma and go to transformation. So if you need a help or if you need anything, my Breaking Chains, a guided healing SUITT BOOT journal, that's one way you can do it. And I have that here. And then there are many other ways of that, as I just discussed. So family get-togethers don't have to break you. They don't have to, if you go, because you do not have to go. But if you go, your body needs to release. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me. My name is Tshai Wright, and this is SUITT BOOT, standing up in truth, transformation, and we're breaking out of trauma. And I thank you for listening. Cheers.